Every data set tells a story. And just like in real life, some stories are interesting, some stories are not interesting. Leading up to Christmas, I thought it would be interesting looking at some toy data. And I took data from the US Census Bureau, and it covers sales from 1992 through September of this year, 2025. And if you look at this, it's just numbers. That says very little to us, doesn't it? It's just a bunch of numbers. So, it gave me, I stuck this into query and it gave me a high-level overview. Again, just numbers. I'm a very visual person. So I asked query to give me multiple visualizations. Especially when you're doing exploratory data analysis, it's great to have lots of options. To look at data in multiple angles, to see what's there, what's hidden, outliers, what stands out. And I knew that obviously we buy more toys in December, but boy, are those some really big spikes. If you look at all this. And what's interesting is, every year around December, there's a huge spike. So we buy a lot for kids and for ourselves during the Christmas season. But steadily over time, toy sales have gone up, which I thought was very interesting because I feel like in some ways kids are playing less with toys now. But toys are just going up. And then two things stand out with this data set. One is this spike right here, because over time, toys sales have gone up. And there's another graph to look at that. But December 1996 stands out above all the other spikes. So we'll get to that later because this data set does not tell me what happened in 1996, but I wanted to know, and we will find out. And then, of course, the big dip right here, we all know what happened here, March 2020. And I find it so interesting because AI can give us it can analyze the numbers, it can give us charts and graphs, but it can't tell a story. And when we think about 2020, I'm sure we all have lots of stories to tell about that year. It was let's call it a very interesting year. But no surprise there that toy sales dipped down significantly that year. And this is an interesting one because this is aggregating all of the sales over time and charting out the information month over month. And again, here we can just see September. Some of y'all start shopping early. Some October, I start shopping more like November. And then, of course, in December, on average, that's when the sales spike. And like I said, I knew that this is a thing, but I guess I didn't realize how much more we buy in December versus the rest of the year. Maybe our birthdays. But I guess that does not make up for that. So again, looking at data, you want to look at it in many different ways, and you can aggregate it, and you can split it, you can visualize it in different ways to get some key insights. I'm just going to click through this. And of course, this is toy data, which is quite interesting. But if you imagine your company data and put just different types of data sets into query and ask it to visualize it in many different ways, because there might be insights hidden that you didn't even think to ask. And I think this is where AI can really come in handy, is it can just look through so much data and instantly visualize it in so many different ways. It can't tell you the story, so you need to come with your own knowledge and experience with your company data, and then later on tell that story. But AI can help you dig deeper into your data set. So for today, I'm going to cap it at that. We're going to have another little deep dive tomorrow into this data set, and we're going to just find out what happened in 1996.